You are now listening to the Team Heel Podcast.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. What? Does he look like a bitch?
It's still real to me, damn it!
It's not Friday this week. It's not Friday. It's actually Thursday. Happy Thursday, mother flowers. It is Thursday, October 25th, 2018. This is episode 264 of the Team Heel Podcast. Thank you all for listening live. If you're not listening live, it's okay, mother flowers. It's not the end of the world. Believe me, it's not the end of the world. You can listen to this podcast on different platforms like iTunes, there's Stitcher Radio, there's PODBEAN as well. You can listen to the show on the go. Also over at the Spotify, where you can listen to the show on the go throughout the week and download and all that fun stuff. Also, while you're at it, listen, if you want to support this podcast, right, in the long run, just do us a effing favor, motherfucker. Just do us this favor, all right? Just give us that 5-star rating on iTunes, Stitcher, all the other platforms. It really helps out the podcast in the long run. We also got that merch, motherflowers, over at the Teespring store, right? We got that merch. Get yourself a shirt today over at the Team Heel Podcast store, over at Teespring. We got the Certified Motherflower shirt. We got the Team Heel Podcast shirt. All designs done by the awesome, amazing Salrex. If you want awesome layouts and overlays done for your podcast, your YouTube channel, with logos and all that fun stuff, motherflowers, what are you waiting for? Hit up Salrex on Twitter at official Salrex. He will work with you, does amazing stuff. Not just for me, but for the guys such as OKFabe, myself, like I said earlier, Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show, JD from NY206. I'm pretty sure you all know who he is. You effing goons. The Solemn Monster for the Solemn Monster Sounds Off. The good people over at the No Holds Bar podcast, No Holds Bar Wrestling podcast, and as well That Ass podcast. So he's worked with a lot of amazing people. And again, hit him up. Tell him you want awesome layouts, awesome overlays done for your podcast and all that stuff. And tell them that we sent you, because why the fuck not, motherflowers? As always, it's me, it's Steve. I'm back at it again. I am actually now 7 pounds lighter than I was last week. I am down to 292. My goal by next week is to be at 285. If I can do that, that'll be fucking awesome. Just saying that right now. I feel great. The paleo diet is working. I just love how I'm feeling right now. I really, really do. I'm calling right now. Come the summertime, when you see me in my little underwear with the Speedo with the V by the crotch, I'm just saying, every chick will be like, "Oh, Stevie, ay carajo." I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking kidding. I'm not alone though. I'm here joined by the homie himself, all the way in Detroit, Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. Big Mike, motherflower, how have you been? Let them know, brother.
Yeah, I've been all right, Steven, man. I just made some delicious pasta for dinner, watching the Pistons. And everything's good right now.
Bro, you are testing me, bro. Right now, you're testing me. You know that?
Yeah, I know. I'm the devil in your ear.
You know what it is, bro? Everyone that I know is testing me, bro. Like, everyone that eat cookies and rice and pasta. And I can't even... Listen, bro. I've gone literally a whole month, or about to be 2 months, without eating all that stuff. I feel great. Man, I feel amazing.
I know you feel great, but it tastes even better eating all of the junk food.
Nah, bro. You know what, dude? Right now, after the show, I'm gonna eat. I got the steak here. I got this cauliflower right with mushrooms. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah, you posted that on IG, didn't you?
Hell yeah, brother. Like I said, it's like my brother said, yo. Like the paleo diet is not a diet; it's a lifestyle, and I really do believe that. I'm really behind that 100%. Mike, listen, there's so much stuff to get into this week. There's a pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. But before we get into anything, we want to take this time to wish a happy birthday to the homie himself, Walter. He's on the show on a weekly. He's not here with us tonight. He's celebrating his 22nd birthday. Walter, I know you're listening. Have fun tonight. Get turned up. Go fuck some random chick like you usually do. All right? There's a reason why they call him the Queen Slayer. That's Kween. Slayer for all you motherflowers out there. We got all you awesome motherfuckers also in the chat. We got Skull Mel, we got No Lord, we got Dave Sepp, we got Big Mike, you also in the chat as well. You guys are awesome. Guys, just so you guys know, fun little fact, tonight we'll be taking some live calls. So if you guys want to call in tonight, the phone lines will be open momentarily. I know a lot of you want to discuss the topic we're discussing today. So Mike, this Sunday, bro, Evolution's kicking in, bro. Are you ready, bro, for Evolution?
No, I'm not ready, but it's gonna happen anyway.
It's gonna happen, bro. Of course it's gonna happen. Of course it is. You know what? Let's be real about it. You know, we've just been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to happen, and now it's actually here. It's coming up this Sunday, live on pay-per-view, live on the WWE Network. For $9.99, you get a free month, I believe, right? Ain't that the lingo? Like, you get a free month on the network, whatever.
Yeah, and this is a good time to use your free month and then cancel to see an atrocious pay-per-view.
I'll be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and maybe it's the weed talking right now. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's the maybe it's the Kush talking right now, but it was good though. It was a good Kush, by the way. I smoked earlier in the day, by the way, after my workout in the gym. But I feel like there's a part of me that wants to see this show succeed.
Yeah, same here.
There's a part of me that wants the show to succeed. There's that part of me that wants to see this show fail. There's a part of me that wants to see something happen, memorable at least, if you will.
Yeah.
Let's be real about it, though. You know, for a long time, WWE has been shoving this women's evolution, women's agenda, all the hell you want to, whatever you want to call it. You know, think about this, right? They had the first ever women's, what they had, the Hell in a Cell, the Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, the Elimination Chamber, what have you. And you know down the road what's going to happen after Evolution. It's going to be women's wrestling. It's going to have women main event WrestleMania. It's going to happen. Like, come on. Let's not be around the bush about it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's one of those. But again, guys, listen. If you guys want to wish Walter happy birthday on Twitter at @HeyI'mWalter, I have a link. I'm posting his Twitter link right now here in the chat. If you want to wish Walter happy birthday on Twitter, it's at @HeyI'mWalter. Wish him a happy birthday and all that fun stuff. He's probably getting turned up, like we said. But back to Evolution, though, bro. Again, you know, they've been, again, for months and months and months talking about Evolution, the first ever women's pay-per-view. I'll be real about it. Listen, if you're a woman out there, who's probably never watched wrestling, never once in their lives, right? In her life, whatever. This is something I would show to somebody. You know what I mean? I really, really would. That being said, the wrestling fan in me is like, okay, a lot is going to go down in this show. At the same time, you know, they've been hyping this up. I remember that episode on Raw when they had Stephanie, they had Triple H, they had the whole roster. Remember at the entrance area? Remember that? And they had
Vince.
And Triple H wanted all the women to line up forward, and they brought all the women, and how serious this was, and the first ever women's pay-per-view, and everyone started crying, and every woman went on social media and talked about how historic this moment is and all that, and little by little, it's like they didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like creative has been in this whole thing where just fuck it, let's do a lazy build-up to, again, what's supposed to be a historic event. If you are someone that's a fan of women's wrestling. And here's the thing about it. I said this numerous times, Mike, and you're a witness to this. I'm not here to say that I don't appreciate women's wrestling. I fucks with it. You know what I mean? I'll be real about it. I missed, this week's episode of the Mae Young Classic, but I know the finale already. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the point of the matter is, I feel like they've gone back and they've had a lazy build-up, the same way to a build-up for a regular pay-per-view.
Yeah, man, it's been very very lackluster in the build. They had that big announcement about the pay-per-view, which Dave Meltzer, decided to put out today. Why Evolution is even happening, that we've been talking about for weeks, but. Yeah, man, the only two things they've been really focusing on in Evolution is Trish Stratus and Lita, and Charlotte and Becky. That's it.
Exactly. And everyone else is like, in this Battle Royal. We're going to get to the card. All right, guys, we're going to get into the card and all that stuff. Because, again, I know you guys want to hear us talk about that and all that fun stuff as well. But it's just insane. It's crazy what's going on. It's crazy to think that right now it's going down this Sunday. It's finally happening. They're going to get it over with. Finally. They're going to get it over with. Let's move on from this. Let's move. You know what I'm saying? Like, finally, it's happening. We can move on. And by the way, in case you guys don't know, again, it's a historic thing, but next week they're going to Saudi Arabia.
Not even next week, 2 days later, like 3 days later.
A couple of days later, they're going to Saudi Arabia. Where, again, you know, we'll get into that momentarily as well. So, if you guys have predictions and all that stuff, let us put it in the chat. Also, one more thing before we get into predictions. I did say this week we're going to do a Q&A. It didn't happen. So, moving forward, once a month, it starts in November. We'll do a monthly Q&A here on the podcast. So, my Q&A that we'll do on the channel will now be moved to the podcast. So, if you have questions, all that fun stuff, drop them. Okay, well, I'll make a video and I'll announce it. But it'll be for the podcast. Okay? Just so you guys know. Again, it starts in November. Just so you guys know. Then after that, once a month and all that fun stuff. But I'm looking at the card right now, Mike. And there's 7 matches on this card. 7 matches. And I'm not saying that, oh my god, you know, this is terrible, or it's a solid card, honestly. It's a solid card. I'm not gonna lie. This card, when you think about it, it looks solid.
It's a lot of reruns. I don't really pretty much, you know, like, you know, the 6 women tag and the battle royal, and you know, I got my ways about the card myself, but I'm pretty much looking after everything that isn't main roster. So
yeah, I hear what you're saying, man, but I think to me, honestly, on paper, it looks like a solid card. I'm not gonna say be like, oh my god, man, this card is fire, by no means at all. You can say that, hey, Ronda and Nikki got tickets moving, and apparently they did. I'm not saying it's gonna be a sold out show, by no means at all, but tickets have seen a huge leap in sales and shit like that. So let's get into this card, dude. Okay. Again, after this, maybe after this, we'll take some calls regarding Evolution, guys. Okay. So again, once we get the whole phone lines are open, you can call in on the numbers on the screen. Okay. So I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on Evolution and just thoughts about that in general. Okay. So Mike, are you ready for this, bro? To get this over with, this prediction shit.
Yeah, man, it's finally here. Let's get it over with.
So there's 7 matches. We kick things off with a 6 women tag. I'm about to say 6-person, but it's a 6 women tag, playa. We have Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott. This is pretty much okay. We have nothing for you, so let's just put you in this random tag match that you can easily see on Monday Night Raw, right? Sasha Banks, who apparently the reason why she's been gone for so long, apparently from what I've read, is due to concussions. I don't heard about that.
That's understandable. She has been getting banged around a lot.
And even though, yeah, you know, it's not the match we want to see Sasha in, right? Think about it, the match everyone wanting for Sasha is Sasha and Trish, right? But it's not happening. Bayley could put in the battle royal. Natalya could have been in the battle royal. Riot Squad could have been in the battle royal. When you think about it, but the point of the matter, they're having the match here. It should be an okay match. I'll be honest though, I feel like the Riot Squad do need the win, in my opinion.
They got the win. They got the win on Raw, didn't they? Didn't Ruby Riott pin Sasha?
Oh yeah, you're right. God damn it, you're so right about that. Okay, I take that back. Then you know what? They might give Sasha and Bayley and Natty the win here. Throw them a bone. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, fair enough. We'll go with that. We have then the Women's Battle Royal, where the winner gets a future Women's Championship match. Keep this in mind, okay? Naomi's in this match, and Naomi didn't even get a championship match in the process either from winning at WrestleMania. Remember that?
Yeah.
So we have here the list. It's Tamina, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, both of them from the Iconics, Ember Moon, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke from Monday Night Raw, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana Naomi from SmackDown Live, returning legends, if you will, depend how loosely you want to use the term legends, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Kelly. We have Maria Kanellis from Monday Night Raw or 205 Live, whatever you want to refer to it as, Molly Holly coming back, and from SmackDown Live, Zelina Vega.
This is how I'm gonna do things.
Okay.
With this predicting, I'm gonna take 2 from Raw, 2 from SmackDown, and 1 legend, just for the heck of it. I think from SmackDown, it either could be Asuka or Naomi. From Raw, it could be Amber Moon or Nia Jax. And a legend, I really would like to see Elijah Blaze, Medusa win. Just as, because she was holding the women down in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So those are my picks.
Okay. For me, honestly, I think it'd be a fast match where women get thrown out of the ring really fast, right?
Yeah, I think all of them are going to start in the ring.
Yeah,
no interest except for the legends.
Except for the one thing I'll say though, the one thing you got to do, and I know because they're both on the same brand. Apparently, Tamina all of a sudden's on Monday Night Raw. I don't know how, but she is. I'll say this because why the fuck not? I will say you do Nia Jax and Tamina as the final two.
Okay, I guess so, because everybody wants to see that.
Yeah, they want to see that whole big, like, irresistible force. Apparently that's what they're calling Nia Jax, the irresistible force. Like, I cringe when I see her come out of the ring on her Titantron. The irresistible force. Like, okay, Mother Flower.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Up this way is the irresistible force, man. Did you know that, Mike? She's the irresistible force.
Yeah, I hate. You know what? That grinds my gears because they're taking that whole irresistible force and twisting it. Gorilla Monsoon said that in WrestleMania 3, and then if you think about irresistible forces, they shouldn't lose. She's lost a whole lot. She's lost a whole lot.
I totally agree with you on that. But the point of the matter is, yeah, they're doing the whole thing. Especially, again, keep this in mind too. Nia Jax, I think she won an award. She's still being nominated for that award for women's representative, whatever the fuck it is. So why not have her go out there and win and have her moment? But I think it's gonna be her and Tamina at the final two. Why the hell not? So there you go with that. Apparently, on this show, it was supposed to be the women's UK title match, and that got pulled out of the show. Understandably so, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it wasn't on NXT UK, and I reviewed that already. So I was kind of disappointed in that.
It is what it is. Honestly, at this point, it's whatever. I think the card's already... For a women's pay-per-view, I feel like this card is already stacked. As far as structure-wise, if you will. Not stacked like, oh my god, it's amazing, it's a stacked card. Like, you know what I mean? Again,
do you know the runtime of the show? Did you hear about that?
I think it's 5 hours long. It's a 5 hour.
No. It's gonna be 3.5 hours.
Not bad. Good. Back to reality. Back to reality.
Yeah.
Good. We have here Trish Stratus and Lita returning from the Attitude Era to team up to take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. You guys remember during the summer they did mention that it was gonna be Mickie James. It would be Trish Stratus and Alexa Bliss going at it 1-on-1, and then Lita and Mickie James going at it 1-on-1. But apparently they decided to just make a tag team match. Because why the hell not? And honestly, I have no problem with that. In my honest opinion, I think the build-up has been there. Okay, they had Trish and Lita brawl with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Well, also my bad. That Trish and Lita brawl with Mickie James and Alicia Fox last week backstage and stuff like that. And it's basically the Attitude Era versus the era of today. But then again, would you really consider Trish and Lita part of the Attitude Era? Like, essentially, like,
Lita, yes. Trish, sorta. Because Trish came in when late 99 with TNA. Tess and Albert. And Lita's been there, since 98? She was, what's that Spanish dude that she was with?
S.A. Rios.
Yeah, she was with him. And also, before then, she was one of the Godfather's hoes.
I remember that. The Ho Train.
Yeah, so Lita, yes. Trish, sorta.
Fair enough. I think that's fair. Why the hell not, right? At this point in juncture.
Yeah.
Moving along, we have here, but again, okay, my fault. We gotta pick a winner. Holy crap, Mike, what are we doing here, bro?
Yeah, pick a winner. You go first.
I'm gonna go with, because I feel like they need the win. I'm gonna go with Alexa and Mickie James.
I'm going with Trish and Lita just because I think Alexa might not even make it because she's banged up right now. That's the rumor. And if she does make it, then yeah, Alexa and Mickie will win. But, we got these tag titles rumoring around. That might be the announcement that Stephanie might make Sunday.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see what happens.
And Trish and Lita are rumored to be sticking around too for that division. So.
Okay. There you go, bro. There you go. Moving along here. Okay, let's see the card here. We're at to crown the 2018 Man Classic champion, if you will. It's the finale of the Man Classic. We have Lo Cherie and Toni Storm. It should be a fun match. I'll be honest about it. I have not been watching the Man Classic. Don't get mad at me, guys. Don't give me shit. I just did not have time to watch it throughout this tournament. I didn't have time for it. But from what I've been hearing, there's been a lot of good matches. I'll say this though. I'm gonna just say this. I think who I think needs to win this match, because again, we both know these two girls can go.
For sure.
They can go hands down. I think who should win, in my opinion, is Toni Storm. I think they let her be the one to win. And you know what? I'm gonna say that I know Toni Storm is part of NXT UK, but honestly, a part of me wishes they just bring her to the US, NXT US.
Yeah, same here.
I just wish they do that, because honestly, I get it. Hey, you know, when you're part of NXT UK, you can go work anywhere like Progress, WXW, I think, in Germany, or Stardom, what have you. But I think, honestly, at this point in the juncture, they need to lock her to a deal.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, Lo Cherie is signed to WWE, so I would not be surprised if they give Lo Cherie the win based off of that. But if it was up to me, I'm gonna go with Toni Storm getting the win.
Yeah, I want Toni Storm to win as well, but just by her being in that brand, and for her, spoiler alert, for her, you know, being in the final to face Rhea Ripley for that NXT UK Championship and losing that. So I think she's going to be in that brand, and I think Io Shirai is going to be the Mae Young Classic winner for this season. And it would be her and her best friend fighting it out.
Okay, I think that's fair, Mike. I think that could be something down the road. You could do a Kairi Sane. You do Kairi Sane and Lo Cherie going at it. I see them more as a tag team, to be honest.
Same here. But whoever wins this, they fight Kairi Sane or Shayna Baszler at War Games. So. Okay.
Fair enough on that. Speaking of which, let's get into it right now then. Fuck it. We have for the NXT title, Women's Championship that is, we have Kairi Sane defending her championship versus Shayna Baszler for the 4th time. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I get what they're trying to do. Shayna Baszler now is this ruthless animal that's uncontrollable. She's beating up everyone. She literally beat poor Britt Baker by like stoppage, what have you, a couple of weeks ago at NXT. And Kairi Sane, I just feel she's just been there, like, okay, ahoy, and this and that, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this feud has already peaked. I feel like, I get it. Hey, it's on. You're not performing at a takeover crowd. You're performing in a pay-per-view audience. That's fine and dandy. But I think, honestly, it is just me, of course. I think they should get the belt back to Shayna Baszler.
I agree with that. I want that to happen, but I think Kairi Sane is going to keep it.
Okay, fair enough on that. But I think Shayna Baszler win the belt, and then from there, you know, do whatever they want to do, move on, I guess, if you will. But it should be a fun match. Why the hell not? But we'll see how that ends up. We then get what I think a lot of people would love to see as the main event, is the co-main event. It's Becky Lynch and Charlotte versus Becky Lynch defending her SmackDown Women's Championship versus Charlotte Flair in the allegedly first ever last women standing match, bro.
Yeah, not first ever.
Yeah, not first ever. Again, the first ever was in NXT between Nikki Cross and we'll call her Nikki Storm. God damn it, and Asuka back in NXT. You know what's funny though, bro? You know what's hilarious? Remember when I mentioned earlier that they had on Raw all the women, you know, in front of the stage or whatever, right, to announce the pay-per-view, and they had Nikki Cross literally just chilling there and shit.
Yeah,
She didn't even on the show.
Right.
She's not even on the fucking show.
She can make an appearance in the Battle Royal. You know, she can be a surprise. You think there's going to be any surprises in the Battle Royal? I should have added that in our prediction.
I think what they'll do is Lacey Evans. I think freaking Bianca Belair.
Okay.
That's basically it right now. You think of maybe, just maybe, Dakota Kai. I doubt it.
I think that they put Rhea Ripley in here just because her match got pulled.
Maybe so.
Without the belt.
Okay, but fair enough. Well, we'll see. But again, we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship, last women's standing match. I'll be honest with you, Mike. This past Tuesday on SmackDown, they had that whole little brawl at the Performance Center. I thought it was corny because, again, you had people. Here's the thing about it, okay? I get it. A lot of the casual viewers do not watch NXT. I get that. So I guarantee you, a lot of these casual viewers do not know who is a Shayna Baszler, who is a Mia Yim. They do not know who is a Lacey Evans or Bianca Belair. I don't even recall them being there on that segment. I don't recall, but you kind of
they were in the back. They had all the Mae Young Classic people in the front, all the NXT people in the back. So,
but you get the gist though. But you get the gist. Like,
yeah.
Okay, and it's like, okay, you've reduced them to now like breaking people apart now. That's how I felt like. But then again, it's still the same thing. Becky's getting cheers. She's getting this awesome reaction while Charlotte's getting booed by the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I'm going to say this too. I'm calling you right now, bro. They're going to start the build-up to WrestleMania between Charlotte and Ronda.
Here at this show?
I guarantee you they will, bro. I guarantee you they will. They'll do some like backstage interaction, some shit like that, and there you go with that. We're off to the races to WrestleMania. But
man,
it should be a fun match. I'll give them that. I say as a winner, you keep the belt on Becky right now. You should not take the belt off Becky Lynch anytime soon. You should not. Unless it's Asuka. Unless you finally make the miracle with Asuka.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a draw. I think they're going to extend this to Survivor Series and have something there. I don't think they do a Survivor Series match at Survivor Series with the women. But
they will.
Yeah.
They will.
Oh, you think so?
They will, bro.
Well, if they do it, it'd have to be with nobody with titles, or utilize the new tag team, the women tag team titles. But I think they're going to extend this to Survivor Series. I think Becky retains. I'm not going to feed into the rumors that it's heavily rumored that Charlotte's going to win. It's the last woman standing match. They can just not get up at TN. So I'm just going with a double count out, and they can keep it moving.
Okay, fair enough, Mike. Fair enough on that. And then we get the main event: Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Ronda defending the championship here. Listen, I think we've all enjoyed cringe, Ronda being Ronda Savage. Ronda Rousey, we've said this before, we'll say it again, has improved leaps and bounds. Right? She has.
Yeah, for sure.
She's improved leaps and bounds from the moment she came in for wrestling. Even that WrestleMania, she wrestled like a pro as well. Like, she's been doing it for a while. You know what I mean? And I have enjoyed what she's been doing. I really have. And I think the build-up is, again, you knew this was coming. You knew it was coming. It's finally here now. And again, I said it before, I'll say it again. They're not going to have Ronda defend the belt with the Sasha or a Bayley, or let's say a Ruby Riott, or let's say an Ember Moon, for example, or anything like that. They're not. She's facing these established names already. She's facing, again, an Alexa Bliss, a Nikki Bella. Why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
again, I have enjoyed the promo from last week. I've enjoyed it where Ronda's like, oh, the only door she broke into, that Nikki ever broke into was Cena's bedroom, and then Cena threw out that same door and shit. I thought that was pretty, again, catchy. I thought that was pretty cool. I sort of not really enjoyed the segment from this past Monday, the whole contract signing. Because to me, I said this before and I'll say it again, I think contract signings are so silly in wrestling. Like, how are you going to make a match official, but then weeks later, oh, we got to do a contract signing, but we've been advertising this match for a while now. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's like, okay, it's like in the UFC or boxing, right? It's like in boxing or the UFC. Oh, it's like Conor McGregor fighting Anderson Silva, right? And we're hyping this shit up, and then the week before the fight, oh, we're gonna have a contract signing. It's Anderson and Conor McGregor. Like, no, who does that? It's stupid. Only in pro wrestling. Only in fucking pro wrestling they do some shit like that.
Right. It seemed like they've been fighting to the build up, to the lead up to the matches for no reason to the contract signing.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I'm happy that I'm not the only one that feels this way. God damn it, Mike. Thank you. I'm reading the comments here. No Law writes here, the only 3 matches I care about are Becky versus Charlotte, the Man Classic Finals, and the NXT Championship match. Fair enough. Woken Chauncey Bullock writes here, what's a part about a good brother? Hello, good brother. The Extreme writes here, I'm so proud of Mia Yim. Got put on NXT TV this fast after NYC. There you go. But this match should be a fun match. I do think though that maybe you know, do you think they'll carry some? Do you think Becky? Not bad. Do you think Ronda will carry Nikki, or Nikki will carry Ronda in this match?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think anybody can carry anybody in this type of match. Only thing that Ronda can do is do them judo flips. She can't throw punches. She can sell okay, but about Nikki leading a match. She led a match before. She botched a whole lot, and that's just not good. And if this is the last match that we see, it's probably going to leave a bitter taste in a lot of our mouths if anything doesn't happen in storyline wise.
Okay, I'll say this. To me, and I'm going to say this right now, Ronda Rousey needs to beat Nikki Bella under 5 minutes.
You think so? You think it's going to be that long?
You need to. Like, you have to. The idea is, okay, listen, they ended that thing on Raw where freaking Nikki Bella slapped Ronda Rousey. She slapped her in the face, right? She talked about her mom, right? Her mother and stuff like that.
Right.
So Ronda, it's gonna be a pissed off Ronda Rousey. And again, I wish they did this with Ronda, like they did in the UFC. Where Ronda, at one time in the UFC, was winning fights under a minute.
Yeah.
And I know, again, it's pro wrestling, is you can't do it. But then Goldberg been doing it for so many years, though. So it's like,
I think the WWE is gonna do something stupid. I think that they're gonna give
Nikki Bella the belt.
I want to see that happen just to see how mad that we all get, because predicted it. I know we will all get mad, and it was like, why you just didn't give it to Charlotte like everybody else? It will be so much of hypocrites saying that, but I really want to see, Nikki, take the title, but that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that I think they're gonna give Nikki too much power. Like too much power in the match to last a little bit longer than Alexa Bliss, because she has been a champion before. She's been a champion for like 400 days or something like that, and I think they're just gonna give her too much, and we're not gonna like it, because it's like, how do you think Nikki Bella can last longer than anybody else? Like, she's horrible. Really, if you think about it, she can't stand toe to toe. The only person that can stand toe to toe with Ronda Rousey is her best friend, Shayna Baszler. That's it.
Basically. So I'm going to go Ronda Rousey. And again, they do the whole tease where freaking Ronda and Charlotte have a backstage interaction. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah. And I hope the backstage interaction is like how Triple H and JBL did. You remember that?
Yeah, but then again, the Charlotte isn't champ though, so it'll probably be Ronda and Becky, if anything.
Oh, yeah. But okay. The only reason why I was saying that because Ric Flair is supposedly supposed to be there too.
Okay, we'll see. From what I heard as well, it's going to be on commentary. It's going to be Renee Young and I think Beth Phoenix. So that should be okay, I guess. Why not?
Yeah, Renee Young, Beth Phoenix, and Michael Cole is the
Listen,
commentary team.
I'm gonna smoke a shitload of weed before the show, so just so you know, yeah, I don't get to do this show on Sunday.
Yeah, you're lucky, that you can do that. The best thing I can do is get drunk, and then I won't be incoherent, and be concentrated.
Exactly. Let's move on here. Again, let's open the phone lines right now. If you guys want to call in, talk about, again, evolution, give your thoughts, your predictions, what have you. But as we're doing that, Mike, let's move on to the topic of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, as you know. Again, guys, the numbers on the screen, 718-473-0813 if you want to call in right now. But let's talk about this whole Roman Reigns thing, right? Roman Reigns on Raw this past Monday announced that he has to vacate the title because he has leukemia.
Yeah, man, that's.
In case you guys don't know what leukemia is a cancer of blood forming tissues, hindering the body's ability to fight infection.
Yeah, and it's the second time having it.
Yeah, dude, it's the second time having it, and I'll be real about it, dude. I felt so bad, dude. You know what's crazy? I've heard rumors like, "Oh, he's injured," but I didn't know what it was early in that day on Monday. Right?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know what it was.
So then on Monday, I come back from work and I see him. He's literally, he's wearing his jewelry, his T-shirt. He's all dressed and dappered, right? Like, oh my god, And it's one of those things where okay, what happened? And he comes out. He announces that he had to drop the belt. He's Joe on Hawaii, and again, it sucks. It totally sucks. I think honestly he will overcome this. It's unfortunate what happened. But before we get but we're gonna take a pause on this whole Roman thing. We're gonna take a pause on the whole Roman Reigns situation right now. We got a caller. 916, you're on the air. What is up, Motherflower?
Hey, what's up, Motherflower? It's your boy Dave Sack. What's going on?
Dave Sack, what up, brother? How you been, brother? What up?
I'm looking forward to this evolution, I guess. I'm kind of worried it might become this year's version of December to Dismember, where it's, they had so much time to promote this, but it's just jammed in the middle of all these other events. So it's like I feel like it's kind of getting fucked.
You brave soul, brother. You brave soul.
Yeah.
I canceled my subscription to the network like at the end of September. And so I'm doing a test run of a whole month free. Like, I'm not even going to get the free subscription. I'm just doing a whole month without it, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch this without the network, so
fair
one
enough,
month,
dude.
no love. And maybe that's my freaking fighting the man for them going back to Saudi Arabia. I don't know.
Listen, bro, don't be one of those people, yo. It's so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to say this right now. Listen. I know we're going to talk about Saudi Arabia just a little bit. I know we are, but I'm going to say this. Any of you fucks right now going out there saying, "Oh, I'm going to cancel my network subscription," you're all full of shit. You're all just full.
I only did it because of my funds. I legit did it because of my funds.
Listen, if you have funds issue, I understand. But if you're one of these schleps, you gotta go say, "Oh, I'm canceling the network." No, you're fucking not. Shut the fuck up. I guarantee
There's too much stuff on that network.
Exactly. Again, the fact that they're going to the middle. Listen, they've been going to the. We'll get to that later. Okay, we'll get into it later. But Dave, what match are you looking for Evolution? What match are you looking forward to, brother?
I'm actually looking forward to two things. One being the actual commentary itself. And the reason I say that, I feel like WWE's been testing Renee Young a lot lately. And I mean that, I don't know if you watched the Mixed Match Challenge or not, but not really. This last episode, Michael Cole spent that whole episode taking jabs at her. And
yeah, I noticed that.
Like it was like how he was during the women's season of NXT. Like, that's how bad he was being.
Did he have his gong? Did he have his gong, by the way?
No gong. No gong. He just, he kept being a complete asshole to her. And I'm almost wondering if that's just a tester, or if that's, going to play as somewhat of a story, like women have this empowerment come Evolution. I don't know. But I'm interested to see how the team works. I got called sexist over earlier this week for saying that like Renee Young's good, but they just don't have anyone good enough to lead a full team of women because they don't have enough women to do commentary. And that's why they bring. I was calling it. It was either going to be Corey Graves or Michael Cole to lead the team. But I'm interested in that, and I'm interested in almost like the whole card. The Battle Royale, I'm a little interested in because when they did the women's Royal Rumble, I really wanted to see Alundra Blaze, but she was out with the surgery. So I'm looking forward to seeing her, and that's going to play a big role into later in the year because they get a title shot. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but if the idea is Ronda versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, I'm calling it that Charlotte's got to win the Royal Rumble. So I'm thinking like Charlotte's going to win Evolution. They're going to have a rematch probably at TLC because I think Survivor Series, they're going to do the women's, Survivor Series matches and stuff. And then like maybe like the squash match will be like on an episode of SmackDown, and whoever wins the Battle Royale is gonna like cash in their opportunity at the Royal Rumble. So I'm thinking about that. But this whole main event, Ronda Rousey has to win. Like I know there's people saying, oh well, ticket sales came in from Nikki Bella. How they're building this, they're building it as she still represents the Divas. And if this is supposed to be going past that, she can't win. And like I was listening to a different podcast. Don Tony said this. He wants to see basically the women's version of Brock Lesnar versus John Cena at SummerSlam, and I'm for that. She needs to get destroyed.
Okay, so you're saying that Ronda Rousey is essentially the Brock Lesnar and Nikki Bella is John Cena. That's what you're implying, right?
Yep, that needs to happen in that match where she like
hold on. So
she doesn't know what she got into.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think you can make that argument. I go back to what I was saying to Mike earlier, that you need to have Ronda win in like under 2 minutes or 5.
Yeah.
Just like when Ronda was fighting in the UFC, when she beat, the likes of a Sarah McMahon, Alexis Davis, freaking who else did she beat? Freaking Kat Zingano, Betch Gahara under a minute. That's how it needs to be almost here, essentially.
Yeah, it has to be something like that.
And I know people will crap on it because again, it's pro wrestling. How dare that happen? Yeah. But Goldberg's been doing it for years back in WCW, even in the time in WWE, even his last run. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is this is the first of its kind for this pay-per-view, and I think that you want to send the crowd home happy that's actually paying their money to be there. And more people are going to boo if Ronda Rousey loses because right now she's undefeated. And you want to give the first loss you want to give the first person to beat her Nikki Bella when people have been like hearing, oh, it could be Charlotte and Ronda at WrestleMania. I'm not for that. I don't care if the reality shows are on or what, man. It's like right now, keep this woman undefeated till WrestleMania, give that to Charlotte. That's how I feel.
Fair enough. For sure, man. For sure. Anything else for Dave? Anything else you got for it, bro? Before we,
I don't know if you saw it or not, and I think the announcement is indeed going to be the women's tag team matches. They were handing out signs at SmackDown saying we want women's tag team championships.
Yeah, they were handing those out at Raw too, I heard. So they're really gearing up for this.
Like that's going to be the announcement, if not that they're already going to do it again next year. And I think even if it flops, they're going to do this again next year.
Oh, yeah. Because if they're going to Saudi, and this is the whole reason why they're having this because of the Saudi deal, it's going to be here at least 10 years. As soon as they're done with Saudi Arabia, it's not going to happen anymore.
I agree. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I did want to ask you guys a question because it's like you guys kind of went over the Battle Royale and stuff. Like, who do you guys feel like needs the win in regards of a title match? Because like that's the key thing right there.
I would say Asuka, but let's be real about it. They already ruined Asuka already. They ruined her. She's just now like a mid-card act on the show. It's a tough thing right now. It's really tough to say. I would say someone like
who needs it, I think to test her and see where she could be. I think Amber Moon.
Ember Moon, yeah.
Yeah, Amber Moon, just to see where she's at right now, because
I'd say Ember or Nia Jax, only because she hasn't got her rematch.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, but more so Amber Moon, just to see where she's at, because they brought her in. It's like it's no character introduction. We don't even know what she is. What did they call her on Raw? They called her something.
The Phenom.
Yeah, the Phenom. It's like why is she called the Phenom? Can somebody tell me? And I've been watching her since NXT, and they haven't called her that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dave. We're gonna move on, bro. So thank you for calling in. All right, brother.
All right, man. I'll be in the chat.
All right, brother. For sure, brother. Be easy, man. So let's get back to this Roman Reigns thing, bro. Again, thank Dave for calling in, bro. You're awesome as always, bro. But let's get back to this whole Roman Reigns thing, all right? So that happened on Monday. He's like, he's Joe on Hawaii. He's Joe on Hawaii, right? And he had to vacate the title, leukemia for the second time. And I'll be honest, bro. I felt so bad, yo. I felt so bad.
Yeah, same here.
At the same time, I'm just gonna say it, dude. Again, I don't care if people get upset or not. But it's amazing how everyone for so many years, right? For the last 4 years or so, right? Everyone's been saying, "Fuck you, Roman. Die, Roman, die." Roman Reigns been shoved down my throat. Roman sucks. All of a sudden, the same people are now Roman Reigns fans. And here's the thing about it. And I've been hearing this shit from a lot of people. Oh, we were booing Roman, but we're cheering Joe Anoa'i, the man. It's the same person. It's the same fucking person.
Yeah. I've seen that from a lot of people, and I've seen, to be honest, I really don't know what to say to that. It's like you cheer the person behind the character, but the character is the person just amped up. So I don't understand how you can boo the character but love the person. It's just the character dumbed down. So I really don't understand that. But I thank everybody for at least clarifying their gripes. But as far as Roman Reigns, man, that sucks. I think nobody knew that this dude had leukemia the first time. Exactly. And Didn't they do a DVD with the Shield, and they didn't even mention this? Yeah, exactly. They didn't mention it at all. And again, it goes back to, it sucks because, again, it takes now, it puts a huge monkey wrench down to their plans for the belt to the point now where you have to vacate it, and that's a crown jewel is going to be Braun and Brock going at it for the championship. And it's, again, to me, again, it sucks. Because, again, you guys know I'm a Roman Reigns fan. You know what I mean? And I have had to deal with all this shit for the last couple of years. Oh, Roman this, Roman that, Roman this. Oh, my God, whatever, right? Point of the matter is, bro, it's the same person. I don't give a fuck. Again, it's Joe Hawaii, Roman Reigns. It's the person, again, end of the day. You know what I mean? And my only gripes with the Roman character is just the way he was booked. They put their eggs in one basket. They put the tag titles in. Whatever feud he's in, they put the tag titles in that feud. They give him a belt, that isn't really defended that much, like how Seth Rollins is doing with the Intercontinental Championship. He just stopped defending that. And they just it's like a couple of divisions suffer, in his feuds. That's the only thing I hate about Roman. But Roman, the guy, I think the Braun feud really showed his potential where he could go, because that was my favorite feud with him in it. They just went into a different mode with him, and it sort of changed my outlook on him. So that's what really opened my eyes to Roman. So that's what I have to say about Roman. Fair enough, Mike. Fair enough on that. But again, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. We don't know how long he's going to be gone for. It could be, again, a year or two. We don't even know. We don't even know how long. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before we see that guy again. I'll tell you that.
But what it does do at the same time, it gives people an opportunity now to step up.
Yep.
I say at Crown Jewel, you have Braun win the belt. He's the top guy. You notice on Raw this past Monday, they did a lot of changes, right? Braun became a babyface. Elias became a babyface, right? And then they threw more salt to the wound. They had Dean Ambrose turn finally heel, and he attacks Seth Rollins.
Yeah, after that beginning, they turned that guy heel, and it was, and I said on my reviews, I was like, they've been, switching back and forth about turning him heel and him being this passive aggressive, and then I said that the heel turn wouldn't even make sense, if he turned heel at all. But with this whole thing going down with Roman, you see him with emotion. Him and Seth Rollins showing emotion towards Roman, holding back tears, and then he turns heel after winning the titles. That was like, you put your face sort of back in WWE because they still know how to do a really good heel turn when you least expect it.
Exactly. You know what's crazy, bro? You know what's insane too? That I'm gonna say this right now. Fuck it. I loved it. The ending of Raw, I loved it, bro. It was, again, it reminded me of some shit you see in the Attitude. It was cutting edge. You didn't see it coming, and when it happened, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Holy shit. And I'll even say this, Tommaso who?
I ain't going that far.
My nigga,
my
nigga, Tommaso who? Tommaso who?
Okay. You going that far? I ain't going that far.
Tommaso,
he almost touched that level.
Nah,
and you
bro.
know what? To me,
I think because of the circumstance of what happened, yeah, bro. Tommaso who?
Okay.
Tommaso who?
And what made that segment so great? He did all what he did, and then you would think he would just walk up the ramp and go out. He walked through the crowd. And then through the concession stands, hearing all the revolt. I think that's what made that segment even better.
Yeah, I'll give you that, bro. I'll totally give you that one.
It's like, out of all places, you leave where the masses are, to see your face and the guilt.
And more importantly, what it does too, I'm sorry to cut you off, but more importantly, what it does too, it makes you want to watch Raw next week.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. And I felt it in the pit of my stomach, too. I was like, okay, it's 2 minutes left. They're celebrating. They're not going on television. The copyright sign didn't come up. Something's happening. And then it happened. And I was like, that was amazing. So I give him credit when credit is due. That was a good ending.
Exactly. You didn't see it coming. When it happened, oh my God, I cannot believe that fucking happened. Holy shit, someone help us.
Yeah. And you know what? For the WWE Instagram, people who run the Instagram, they need to redo that top 5 most devastating
betrayals,
backstabbing moments. Yeah, betrayals. And put Dean Ambrose number 1. I will give them permission to do that.
Okay.
Because that has to be close. Almost. Because off what just happened in the beginning of the show, that has to be close.
Okay, fair enough. Let's say what, Mike, we gotta rapid fire stuff because again, we're about to.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, again, it sucks what happened, but then again with Dean Ambrose, oh my God, bruh. I'll say this too. I think what you do, I think for the next program for the Intercontinental title is, I think, in my opinion, is gonna be Seth and Dean for the championship. Why the fuck not?
Yep.
I'll say I think if Roman wasn't hurt, I think what was gonna happen was I think Dean was gonna turn on Roman.
Yeah, and go for the
I think that would have happened.
Yeah, that probably would have happened. But now McIntyre gets his shine. And it sucks that, a guy like Roman has to go down and then all these guys get opportunities and sort of get a fair shake at an opportunity. It sucks that this type of thing has to go down.
Yeah. let's get into this big topic, dude. Again, as you guys know, there have been talks of Crown Jewel and happening and not happening. And there are talks of, again, because what happened, with the guy from the Washington Post, getting murdered, what have you, in Istanbul at the consul of Saudi Arabia, what have you, and there were talks whether or not they will actually do Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, to the point where they're not even mentioning Saudi Arabia on WWE programming. They're not even mentioning Saudi Arabia, right?
Right.
And we find out that it's gonna still take place in Saudi Arabia. Apparently, despite growing concern regarding WWE's relationship with Saudi Arabia, the company just confirmed Crown Jewel will continue as planned. Apparently, WWE announced it. They announced it in the third quarter earnings today. They had, I guess, they had like a meeting, whatever, for the third quarter earnings, and they also addressed the status of the November 2nd event. And this is what they pretty much stated, and quote, WWE has operated in the Middle East for nearly 20 years and has developed a sizable and dedicated fan base. Considering the heinous crime committed at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, the company faced a very difficult decision as it relates to its event schedule for November 2nd in Riyadh. I apologize if I butchered the name, okay? Similar to other U.S.-based companies who plan to continue operations in Saudi Arabia, the company has decided to uphold its contractual obligations to the General Sports Authority and stage the event. Full year 2018 guidance is predicated on the staging of Riyadh events as scheduled.
Right.
So in other words, again, they're committed. They can't back out. And we said this for a while, dude. WWE's fucked right now. They are so screwed right now. Because again, listen, I get it. It's fucked up. But again, when you're locked to a 10-year deal, and let's be real about it. I get it. All of us have pride. We have this and that. But who the fuck gonna say no to Saudi money? The blood money.
Yeah, man.
And they're throwing it's not like they're throwing junk shit, bro. They're throwing a shitload of money. And I get, for WWE, that may be junk shit. But for us, mother flower.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's, what are they getting, $45 million for this show?
Something like that, yeah, I think. Man,
this is why, what was how much did they get for Greatest Royal Rumble?
I forgot, dude. I think something in the millions, I think it was. Could be more.
Okay. So if this is a 10-year deal, and they're getting like close to $50 million a show, wouldn't that surpass, $250 million overall? Wouldn't they be getting like 500, close to $1 billion?
Could very well be, bro. Could very well be.
So are they lying to us?
They probably are, Mike. They're probably lying to us, man.
Oh my gosh.
But the point of the matter is this, brother. You know what? I've seen everyone on social media today say, "Oh, I'm canceling my WWE network. I'm done with WWE. I'm moving on." And I'm like, "No, you're not, bruh. No, you're not." I think anyone out there that's canceling their network because of what's happening is just full of it. I think it's ridiculous. Because guess what? You're gonna tune in for WrestleMania. You're gonna still buy the merch. You're still gonna go on the dirt sheet and go on the news to see what's gonna happen. Right? Don't get me wrong. Yes, the indies are awesome right now. Right? It's fun. Don't get me wrong. But you're going to get to a point where you're going to get bored of watching Ring of Honor, watching New Japan, watching Impact Wrestling. And again, not a jab or not an insult. It's a fact of life. I'm just saying the facts. It's all like it is right now. Where you're going to get back on it again when it comes to WWE. It's going to happen.
All right.
But again, it's like it reminds me of, remember 2014 when Bryan wasn't even in the Rumble and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm done with WWE," but they tuned in to watch Raw the very next day. Exactly like that, bro. It's exactly like that, bro. Yeah, be tired now, but guess what? You'll be back tomorrow. You'll be back tomorrow, bro. That's all I gotta say about that, man. You'll be back tomorrow, watching the show and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, no matter what WWE does, I can't cancel the network. It's just too much good stuff.
Exactly, dude. Absolutely. Before we wrap up the show here, man, I did catch NWA 70 this past Sunday.
I didn't, but I saw a few things.
I thought the show was okay. It reminded me a lot of like early WCW. It had it had that independent vibe. I'm sorry. They're calling it the resurgence of the NWA. Honestly, I don't know. It just feels like, okay, this is the NWA. There you go. Yay.
So what was the results to some of the matches?
Well, the first ever NWA National Heavyweight Champion, or the new one that is Willie Mack.
I saw that. I'm happy for him.
I found out they're bringing back the Crockett Cup in 2019, which is a tag team tournament, right?
That's dope. That's dope.
They're bringing that back. You had Jazz defeat Penelope Ford.
Was it a good match?
It was there, dude. It was just they didn't like have chemistry. They just whatever.
How does Jazz look now? She's still jacked.
A little bit. Apparently, after the match, she got on the mic and she challenged for the NWA World Title. She wants her opportunity. And again, I get it. We live in a time now where, again, women empowerment, women's movement, but I don't think the NWA is at that point to go with the time.
Yeah, I think they're too conservative. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it's gonna happen. In the main event, it was 2 out of 3 falls. Cody and Nick Aldis for the NWA World Title. They had all the legends come out, all the former champions, if you will. That was, I thought it was a very good match. I thought, honestly, it told a good story, if you will. The first fall won by Nick Aldis. The second fall won by Cody. They were brawling outside the ring, into the concession stands, what have you. And then on the third fall, Cody, I guess his boot came out, and they did the whole inside cradle, and I guess Nick Aldis got the momentum, and Aldis got the win. And like I predicted, I think, again, it came down to the fact that, again, it was all about the all-in moment. Cody got the belt. And when you think about it, I know Chabella Veracruz said it last week on the show. By the way, I want to thank Chabella for being on last week. It was awesome. For the PW Hustle podcast, also from Hacker Hamid Network. You think back, Dusty Rhodes, when he was NWA World Champion for 3 times, all the 3 times back in the day, they weren't long runs. So I guess in a way, it was for Cody to pay homage to his father in a way, in my opinion. But also, apparently, there's talks of Cody being done with he's no longer part of the Bullet Club. He's no longer. I guess he's going to be done with Ring of Honor once his final date is done, and then he'll be done with New Japan after Wrestle Kingdom. So there's a possibility that he might be going back to the E.
Here's the thing on that. I gotta extend on that. I heard that they're pretty much, and he said that on Twitter. He was like, the Bullet Club is more of a J thing, and I was like, a J thing, and he said Jay White thing, and I was like, he's a part of the Bullet Club, and he's a part of OGs now. So I feel like all of the Bullet Club, like Hangman, Marty, the Bucks, Omega, and Cody, they're all dropping their last designs under the Bullet Club moniker, so they can get more, if not all, of the merchandise sales. So they're not going to be associated with the Bullet Club. It's not like he's going to leave like the indie scene. I feel like that they just want to make another group outside of the Bullet Club. Leave the Bullet Club to Japan.
I remember a while back, Dave Sack told me, hey, do you feel like Bullet Club is now NWA 2000? I feel like it's there now. You have Bullet Club Elite, Bullet Club OGs. Is like, to me, it feels like now NWA 2000. I'm talking about Bullet Club OGs, that is, right? That's the vibe I get from it. But again, apparently Cody's final date with New Japan is January 4th of Wrestle Kingdom. Then he'll be done. With Ring of Honor and all that stuff. There's a possibility he might go back. Who knows, really, right? There's even talk of Jericho and JR doing a promotion together, and they try to bring again Cody and the Bucks, stuff like that. Time will only tell, but I think, honestly, it's a possibility that Cody might be going back to WWE. And you know what? If he does go back, I mean, obviously, because of all the stuff that he's been through, they're not going to put him back as a mid-card guy. It's hard for me to really think that. Hard for me to really, just have that idea. But
Right.
Again, it's possible. Like if you watch Being the Elite, they even tease they're doing the whole teaser, right? They're doing this whole thing where Marty asks, I think it's Matt or Nick, what are they doing on December 31st or January 1st about a New Year's party? And both the Bucks say that they don't even know yet. They don't even know they're going to go to the party, whatever. Because their deals are also done as well with Ring of Honor, and you think even with New Japan. So there's that possibility that, hey, Cody and the Bucks, even Kenny Omega might be heading over to WWE soon. You know what I mean? It's a possibility.
That'd kill. I wouldn't say that'd kill the Indies. That'd hurt the Indies so much.
Yeah, it would. It would be a huge blow to the Indies, but at the same time, we'll see what happens. We'll see who climbed up the ranks on the independent circuit right now. You know what I mean? I feel like there's some good talent on the indie. There's a lot of good talent right now.
Yeah.
You have Sami Callihan. You have Brian Cage. You have Matt Taven, who I think is tearing it up in Ring of Honor. You have
but none of those guys got that appeal.
You have Joey Janela. You have MJF. Joey's still recovering from his injury. He'll probably go back to next year. You have MJF, but you kind of get the gist though. Again, there's a lot of good talent out there right now. But I get what you're saying. There isn't that talent that has the spark, if you will, and that's Cody, that's the Buck, that's Hangman, that's Marty. Even though Marty's still locked for another year with Ring of Honor, so it's not like he'll be leaving soon anyway either. But we'll see how that goes too, man. But anywho, Mike, this show was fun today, bro. It was a fun show. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to say before we wrap up the show? Any closing statements? Anything like that?
No, man. Just ready to get this Evolution stuff over with, Saudi stuff over with, and just see what the future holds with a Roman Reigns-less WWE.
For sure, brother. And again, guys, thank you all for tuning in tonight. If you are new to this podcast, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the stream / video play a big old thumbs up. Again, this podcast is available on different platforms out there. Again, we are on iTunes. We are on PODBEAN, Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify as well. Again, if you want to support the podcast, give us those 5-star ratings on all the platforms out there. There's iTunes, Stitcher, PODBEAN, Spotify. It helps out the podcast in the long run. It really, really does. Also, again, we also got that merch over at Teespring. Links in the bio, by the way. Links in the description, by the way. If you want to cop some merch, we got 2 shirts up on our store. All designed done by Salrex over at Teespring. If you are a YouTuber and a podcast, you want awesome designs and layouts done, hit up Salrex on Twitter at official Salrex. Link to his Twitter is also in the description box below. You can follow the Team Heel Podcast on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. If you're on the channel right now on YouTube.com, hit that subscribe button down below. Big Mike, where can they find you, brother?
You can find me on Twitter at Big Mike 199519 and on YouTube at Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show.
And with that being said, yo, we are out like Janice titties, y'all. Thank you all again for listening in. Goodbye and good night. And remember, when life has you down, masturbation is key, mother flowers. Good night, y'all.